What's up, guys? It's been a while since I've had a video posted. I've actually had this PSA order for a while now. Finally getting around to doing a video for it. I've actually sold about 10 cards out of this, so you won't see those pictured as I've already shipped those. Actually went back to pick up this package this past weekend. It's about a 4.5, 5 hour drive. I have it shipped to some families home. So I drove back, and on the way back to my home, I forgot that halfway through it, I left the package at home. So not only did I open it up and take pictures of some key cards and sell them on eBay, I left the package 5 hours away. So I had to have this thing overnighted to me and ship everything out immediately so that I didn't cause any delays with people on eBay. So I have a couple pictures. I might include them in the video, I might not, we'll see. But this is not the full order. A lot of the cool cards have already been sold, unfortunately, which really sucks, but we're gonna jump in and see what we got here. And actually this card is already sold. Just gotta get it shipped and sent off. So Mike Trout, Purple Refractor. I'm gonna set this guy aside because I've already sold it. Now that he signed his offer, I've pretty much sold all of his cards. Nolan Arenado, I actually got an offer of $170 and I didn't accept it because I didn't have the cards in hand at the time, and the person retracted the offer. So kind of my fault. Again, pretty crappy situation. Mookie Betts, Blue Wave Refractor. Mookie Betts. Let me see if I have these in order. I do. Yeah. Update. Really cool card right here. This card is super sick, if you want to use that term. This is the Triple Threads on-card autograph. The auto is pretty bold. Numbered to 25. This is like the gold or orange parallel. Very clean card. On-card auto for Juan Soto. He doesn't have a ton of rookies compared to Acuna, so super excited to have that. Very underrated also. Have a Venezuelan parallel. This one came back a 9. Really disappointed in this grade. I have no idea why. It did not have this corner wear here whenever I sent it in, and it does now. Actually, I got about, my gem rate on this was less than 70%, which is my worst gem rate that I've had in a while. And upon inspection, some of the cards actually look like they have dinged corners, and you'll see one here coming up. Luckily, most of the big cards did gem, but there are some cards in here that look like there are some dinged corners that I did not see upon submission. So actually really disappointed with this submission. It's gonna have a really good ROI because there's key cards like this that are gonna do really well. I had a refractor version of this card and also this X-Fractor. I've already sold the refractor and shipped it off. This is the rookie debut gold parallel, and I don't know if you guys can see, but this corner right here, you can kind of see that it has a big ding. And it's almost like it's the same corner, the same bottom corners on the cards that graded poorly. This card actually had a PSA 10. I've already sold that, and it's already been shipped, but I also have a 9. These cards are pretty tough to grade. This one did have this light wear on the corner, so I was aware of that. Rainbow foil, got 110 and also 1.9 for Soto. Whoop. And I knocked over 2 cards because I'm in a rush. I also have a couple of Soto purples, so pretty cool. I've graded a ton of those. Pretty easy grades, that's why I like to buy and grade. These right here I feel like are relatively underrated. Pretty tough grades too, as they're typically off-center top to bottom. And not many of these are floating around either. So you compare this to the Judge, the Aaron Judge version. Aaron Judge, I sold a couple of those in the 80 to 90 range whenever they came out. And he had a ton of cards too. So, and even with this one, these, again, tough grades, top to bottom, centering. It's really off. So I went 2 out of 4 on these. They're not really selling that well. I don't think that the market has really understood that these cards are tough grades. Yeah, they're all flying to the flagship and Heritage High Number and all those sorts of things, but these are very underrated. And when you compare it to the Judge market, it's kind of disappointing that their sale value is so low. Disappointed in these. Ronald Acuna Jr., Bowman's Bests. I've graded a ton of these, and just about every single one of them is in gem mint quality from the pack. I thought that maybe one of these would get a 9, but I expected 2 10s. I only got 1 10. Again, very, very disappointing that I got not the grades that I was looking for. I am happy about this one, though. It did grade gem mint. This is his update. This is not his Top Series 2 autograph, which I did have and I actually recently sold, which is much more rare, much more difficult to find centered. But this is the update on-card autograph version, which even then is still nice. This card, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated cards out there. A lot of blowout members will say that rookie debut cards are not that great. I will tend to agree, but I also tend to disagree. The Asoto card version of this just sold last night for like 120 bucks in PSA 10 condition. That's like ridiculous. If I can't get like 250, 300 bucks out of this Acuna Jr., I'm holding on to it. Like it is so condition sensitive and so hard to find in good shape. I would rather hang on to it. Next one, perhaps the biggest monster, is the white jersey SSP PSA 10. I actually graded 2 of these. I sold serial number 89 already on eBay. It's shipped on its way. I got a ridiculous price for it. Pretty excited. I sold it for $1,000. So this one, I'm probably going to be looking for something pretty close. One of the last ones sold for just shy of 900 via PWCC's auction. There's another one listed $999. Buy it now. This one I may hang on to. It depends on if I get a pretty solid offer, a strong offer like I did on the last one. These cards are going to dry up. They're not going to be around forever. They're going to dry up and eventually not be available. And at that point, prices are going to rise. For this red and blue shirt SP, not SSP, but the SP, I graded 4 of them. I ended up getting 3 gem mints and 1 9. I've sold 2 of the gem mints already. This is the last one that I have. Currently it's listed on eBay. And then I also have 1 9. The 9 is warranted. I think the corners have a little bit of wear on them. But I'm okay with getting 9s. No biggie. Let's see. We have the promo pack gold refractor. Really nice, underrated set. Blue refractor, again, very nice, underrated set. And I also have a heritage chrome, very underrated, considering that there's 1 million of the base paper, but only 999 of the chrome, and it's basically a parallel of the flagship heritage product. Chrome rookie logo, again, these always do well in gem mint condition. You go look at Mookie Betts, you look at Mike Trout, all of their Bowman Chrome refractors with a rookie logo. Well, Betts didn't have one, but from his rookie year, they all do very, very well. Next is rainbow foils. I got killed on these. These cards are not that difficult of grades. I got a Nazi grader. So 9, 9. This is the only 10. 9. 9. Oh, sorry. I got 2 10s. Apologies. Straight up lied. 8. I graded, I think, either 9 or 11 of these things. 2 gems and the rest 8s or 9s. They're not that difficult of grades. And sure, I submitted every single one that I bought, but that gem rate is pretty low. And I have no idea what they're looking at. There was a couple of them that had some chipping on the back edges. No idea what they're looking for otherwise. Pretty disappointed overall with those grades, to be honest. The promos, I'm actually surprised. I did really, really well with these considering how I've seen some of them on eBay are getting killed with top to bottom centering. So there's 3 gems, 9 gem. You can see I've got a stack. Gem, 9, 9, gem. Let's see, how far do these go? Gem. Okay, so we're done with those. Again, I think that these are super cool cards and still sort of underrated. Let's see, so I got a 7 on this, 83 throwback. And this one is one that I recall, yes, this corner, I did not see that whenever I submitted it. I don't know if you all can see, but it is badly damaged. It's not the bottom corners like the last one, but I swear that would have stuck out like a sore thumb, but I don't know, very well could have missed it, but I swear, I think some of these things were dropped. 2 more 10s, another 10. This is a really nice Ohtani. So this is his true Bowman Chrome rookie logo gold refractor. Pretty low pop. This one's numbered 29 of 50. I have another one of these also a PSA getting graded right now. I might get it back by Christmas the way that they're processing things. This is his nickname parallel. Very hard to find centered. This one's centered. I have no idea why it's a 9. I don't have the patience to pop it and regrade it. So whoever buys this and has that patience, you're going to be able to get a PSA 10 out of it. I have no doubts. I have no idea what's wrong with this card whatsoever. I've graded heritage cards, a ton of heritage cards. There's nothing wrong with this card. I have no idea why it's a 9. But it is what it is. You're not always going to agree with the grader. Disco Parallel PSA 10. These prisms are difficult grades. I think I submitted this one and it does have a little bit of surface issues. As you can see, I've got like really sweaty hands. I'm getting fingerprints all over these cases. The Prism Instant Impact PSA 10. Rookie Introductions PSA 10. These are actually kind of difficult to find left to right centered. Another one, this is super questionable. No idea why this card is a 9. Has a very clean surface. These little marks are on the case, not the card itself. The back corners are, in my opinion, gem worthy. The centering on the back is gem worthy. The centering on the front, I was pretty sure this is good because the bubbles on each side match. Top to bottom, it looks like it matches. I have no idea why this card is a 9. Again, it's very, very questionable. Like some of these things, it just makes me scratch my head. Because I've graded a ton of cards and I'm trying to figure out what it is that they're looking for. Like this one, in my opinion, is more off-centered than the last one. I don't know, let's see top bottom. Top bottom on this one actually is maybe a little bit more off whenever you compare. But I swear, PSA is usually very lax with the top bottom centering on these optics. I've never seen that knocked. This card, I have no idea what's wrong with it either. I'm looking for like a surface wrinkle or surface crease. I've got good lighting right now. I do not see it. I don't see any jabs in the back of the cards. These sets are not known for that. If you think of like 2010 Bowman Chrome baseball, I mean, you see like almost like knife marks jabbed in the back of the cards, and they're raw for a reason. This, I don't know. I really don't know. It's got to be something that I'm not seeing, but the grader definitely got me on that one. These next two, I got a 9 and a 10. This one, again, I don't know why I have a 9. The corners look relatively crisp. The edges look relatively crisp. Take it. The Mahomes, I'm really disappointed with how the Mahomes have graded out. It's almost like they're kind of treating these like iconic cards where they don't want to have a ton of 10s or something. So they're not giving them out that much. This is the Stellar Rookies Red, number to 99. This one I'm super disappointed with. So I have the Gold Team Mirror Gold version and then the regular version. One is numbered to 25, one is not numbered to 25. It's not numbered at all. They look the exact same. Like, I was very particular about looking at sending this card in. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if the surface needs to be wiped down a little bit more. I mean, it looks pretty clear. I mean, it looks very similar to this one. I mean, so that one's disappointing. I know I kind of sound like a baby with this. Overall, I'm going to do pretty well on these. I'm just sort of disappointed with some cards. But again, there's some cards that probably Gem Mint or were graded Gem Mint and didn't deserve it. I think that Nolan Arenado in the very beginning is an example of that. It certainly didn't deserve a Gem Mint grade. This one, again, I was kind of hoping for a Gem Mint score, but I didn't get it. This is the Longevity Rookies and Stars. both of these, the Mirror Gold and the Rookies and Stars card, would have been huge cards. I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to sell them in BNC, or whoever these people are going to crack it out, trim them wherever they're messed up, and they're going to be in PSA 10 cases. So for the record, this longevity card is 52 of 70. If you ever see 52 of 70 in a PSA 10 case, either it's cracked out and someone resubmitted and got a gem mint grade and it was great, or it's trimmed. I don't know why it would be a PSA 10 without needing to be trimmed, but I don't know. Yeah, I literally don't see anything wrong with that card. Okay, so Phoenix Purple. This one also came back a 9. I don't know why. Bottom right corner might be why. So this one, it might be valid. From the grader's perspective, then comes into what I would think are the most condition sensitive cards, regular base tops. And I actually did pretty well on these, which is really surprising. I got a couple 9s and 8s. This one was an 8. Telling you, man, these these 8s, you send them to Beckett, they're not going to be 8s. That just shows the leniency between the two companies. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And all these are going to be available. I'm going to probably sell some of these, see if I can buy a couple more raw, and then keep slabbing. The market right now is really pushing for flagship heritage and also, well, not flagship heritage, just heritage, and then also just flagship tops. So overall, I think that I did pretty well on these. It looks like these are pushing around 30 bucks a piece delivered, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. Lastly, this is another heritage card. Again, I've graded a ton of heritage cards from 2017, 2018, even 2016. It is a little off-centered left to right, but it's still within gem thresholds. Top to bottom looks within threshold. I'm not sure. I've had ink, so this one does have a slight ink mark. That, and from my experience, has never knocked a card down considerably from like one grade to the next. I mean, the ink spots are very common. Going all the way back to 2014 Heritage High Number Mookie Betts, I've graded maybe 100 of those Mookie Betts cards, and this grading doesn't seem to be consistent with what I've had historically, but you know, you can't win them all. I will say I'm glad that most of the big cards, especially the Acuna Juniors and the Sotos, hit. Especially that Triple Threads card. Like that is, I'm very excited about. But overall, it's kind of a meh order, not my best. It just happened to have some really good cards in it that did well. I have 2 more bulk orders out. One should be popping any day now. It was actually logged about 6 days after this one, but right now it's about 20 days since this one popped, so it's taking longer essentially. And I have another one that was just logged today, so hopefully there's going to be a couple more cool orders that are going to be coming here soon. I'm going to do another video here really quick about some cards that I have gotten that I'm going to prepare for my next submission, so stay tuned. Thanks.